What's up? It's your boy Carcino here, and let's talk about it. This is Power, episode 4 of season 4. Ghost and everybody is spinning their wheels right now, and in this recap, you're going to hear a lot of key details that was revealed here in this episode. Now, as you see the defense of Ghost, James St. Patrick, is starting to show traits of him getting out of jail. Translation is Ghost is getting victory after victory with his team as far as finding clues to get him out, is including the fact of the planted gun. The overturning of that gun was huge in his case for representation. For, this is like the evidence, the pre-trial, but to see before they even had the trial. Well, now we see for the first time, really, Ghost and his frustration with Silver seems to be something darkly rooted within Silver with his disdain for Ghost. James St. Patrick, because he obviously knows that there's more that meets the eye, but he doesn't know how much. And the fact that Teresi, being the highest ranking gangster mob guy in there, in this prison system, Ghost wants to get out as much as possible and get out of this situation, especially from being extorted. The physical and mental stress being put on him by Charlie Murphy's character as the prison guard has been taking its toll on Ghost, but he also, by running his mouth, giving up a reason or a way for Ghost to basically send him to his demise. As you can see, he's running down a plan on, like, another guy got his throat crushed, and putting all this mental pressure and strain on Ghost, knowing he's in no position to fight him at this point. But he gives up a key ingredient here by stating that the cameras don't work in the weight room. This could be a way for Ghost to act out his revenge and take out Charlie Murphy's character. And what has to be the sorriest prosecution team in the history of the Department of the FBI. Tommy's becoming obsessed with the chocolate, and messing around with Lakeisha is going to lead to a lot of problems. She's new in this world and doesn't know how to keep her mouth shut, and she's falling deep for Tommy. If she feels Tommy is not giving her the type of attention, she's the type to slip up and say something wrong or do something wrong and throw a monkey wrench in the entire program. Tyree. Slipping deeper and deeper into the dark side of the underworld of crime, weed, drugs, and showing how it influenced the brain. He thinks this is making him become more of a man because he's hanging out with older people. But what it is slipping him into a road of destruction and ruin. And his only consequences is going to be jail or death. You're slipping into pitfalls that basically troubles a lot of African American teens to this day. In their adolescent years, when their fathers are not around, or parents are not around, when they go through this teenage rebellion, they feel real brave to rise up towards their mother, disrespect their mother, because they feel they could walk over their mother. And there's no father there to put them in check. They run wild, they get involved in things that they have no business getting into. And these end up being the results. Tommy's patience is starting to run out with Julio because Julio is too passive. Julio's going to have to step up, or Tommy's going to have to shut him down from being distro. And Julio's not a good distro. He's good at doing the job, but he's not good at getting the respect. This job is a criminal business. You're dealing with criminals. You're going to have to be able to get respect in order for people to be able to pay you. Tommy earned that with his reputation. People know not to cross Tommy. Julio, no. He can't get that job done. And Trey, even though he can't be trusted 90% of the time, he was best choice for distro. But Tommy don't trust him. He ain't been knowing him that long. So him being distro don't make sense. But now Tommy's looking like this might be the best move I got, because you ain't showing me that you can handle distro. What's disappointed me this season is Tasha. She has become like an airhead the entire episodes. She's the girl that's like just walking through the episodes, dealing with fallouts and just trying to maintain the family. But anytime they feed her a little bit of information, it messes her up. Ghost is not going to accept a deal that would implement Tommy or take him down. So if you think that Ghost wouldn't look out for his kids, the deal, whatever deal that was offered, was not going to benefit you or the kids. It was more about putting them in stress because Ghost was in jail. Ghost could win the case. Did you ever think about that? Her direction is just like completely off. The DNA evidence got thrown out just a week ago. They're losing the case, and you're concerned that Ghost didn't take a deal? It just makes no sense. Dre playing both sides of the fence is going to come back and hurt him. And it's just a matter of time. He's trying to follow every angle he can and keep jumping from spot to spot, playing both sides like it's not going to come back on him. And that's a problem. And he could run operations. His problem is it's never enough. He wants to come up so fast that the shortcut and staying with the right route and staying with the right course is not his plan of action. But he's adapted to the new world as best he can while still holding on to himself in the streets. He's like a miniature Ghost, but he makes poor decisions in a lust for power. Proctor successfully got the the gun thrown out of this case, which forced the prosecution to take action to get Proctor removed for being a conflict of interest because he represented Tommy Egan and Ghost. Big key move for them, as Proctor may face suspension or disbarment. But the thing of it is, they really have no case now with the weapon being thrown out in the preliminary trial before we even get started. They haven't even picked the jury yet. And already their case is severely damaged. Even without them, Silver has to be the guy to represent Ghost now. Tommy makes the drop, and basically Ghost shuts it down by getting information on Teresi. That's going to end up being a situation where Teresi might just have to kill Ghost. His interest in Tommy is still the most pressing thing in the world, which may lead to what I suspected early, that Tommy is his son. As his family member looks over him and wanted to see him to make sure, he tells Teresi it's him. It's definitely him. So Tommy Egan is probably the son of Teresi. We just have to wait and see how this plays out. This is what I was surprised by that didn't happen earlier. I thought they would close Truth and close the nightclub by a court order, especially with a murder suspect based on a drug case. that the club's finances, everything would be under investigation. They would close the clubs to put pressure on the actual case at hand. Now, without evidence and all of these things here, without a gun, without basically any evidence, Ghost should be freed right now. If this was a real situation, Ghost would be out of jail right this minute. All charges drop. Because there's no evidence now. You don't have the gun. You don't have the DNA. You just have circumstantial evidence now. And that is not enough to hold this man for murder or even bring him in. You have no case. Now, the only thing that's going to tie them to anything illegal is what ghosts don't know. Tasha put money and was washing it through this club or whatever and didn't tell Ghost. The only thing he did not tell her may end up, well, she did not tell him, may end up hurting her with all her, you got to tell me what's going on. We in this together. But you never disclosed to him any information about this place. And this is what might put him in trouble financially. Something he didn't have anything to do with. Tommy had to eliminate the DEA agent that had the information that could have put him behind bars. And now the only two people that's heard the tape is him and Proctor. But we have to wait and see. Is that the only copy or something could pop up later? Now Angela finally realizes at the end, after watching the surveillance tape, that, oh my God, Ghost didn't do it. Now she feels like crap because she's been pushing all along to have Ghost taken down. Now she knows she screwed up. Now we see what happens next. Don't forget, there's a power playlist I have on here called The Truth Behind Power. Follow it and get caught up with all the updates. I'm out.